Welcome to the Scott Payne YouTube channel. Light show. What an awesome light show that was. Alright. This one. 2017 Gibson Les Paul Standard. Traditional spec. And Blueberry Burst. Her name is Violet. You know, from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Few things I want to talk about. Mods that I did, which were the pickups, because this came with a, you see, was a lead pro in the bridge and a rhythm pro in the neck, Alenco 5 pickups from Gibson, and man, did they sound freaking honky. Just works for some stuff, just not for what I want to do. So I kept it passive. If I go to passive, then my number one passive pickup is going to be Seymour Duncan. So I went with the one I found from my other guitar, which was the alternative 8 in the bridge, which has an Alenco 8 magnet, which is awesome. My new favorite, which is in my other Gibsons and stuff. Neck position. I have grown in my old age to like Alenco 2 magnets in the neck. This one, on the other hand, is still a Seymour Duncan, but this is a Pearly Gates. Now, this guitar has the ultra modern weight relief. It's supposed to be light, correct? Wrong in this case. Now, I prefer heavier guitars. Now, I'm not going to go because it's a tone thing and stuff like that. You know, some people say yes, some people say no. And I don't want people sitting there and then second guessing why I did it. Because I did it for me. Do it for your own self. Main reason that I don't like a light Les Paul is because they sometimes feel like toys. Like I've played a 7-pound Les Paul 2017 Standard. And yeah, I didn't like it. It felt like a friggin' toy. But what I'm getting at with the weight relief, the mods, and the tones. Okay, this one, for being ultra modern weight relief, this weighs more than my Gibson Les Paul Traditional. That's a 2017 high performance. The Traditional has no weight relief whatsoever, and it weighs 10 pounds 4 ounces. This, with the ultra modern weight relief, weighs 10 pounds 9 ounces. Weighs more. Now, my 2015 Gibson Les Paul Classic has the Traditional 9-hole weight relief, and that one weighs 10 pounds 14 ounces. Now, mind you, I picked them on weight and then the top, so whichever one had a better top, I could let a little bit of the weight slide. But this one has obviously a very beautiful top. Now, I was going to get an HP version, but they were out, and I did order one in this color. It was an HP, and it was the one that was really light, and then I popped off the control pocket in the back of the other one that I had before this, and man, dude, it was chiseled out, like there was giant chunks of wood in there, where they couldn't get the circuit board in there, and they just beat the crap out of it. And just left all these chunks of shit in there, and I was like, screw it. No. It's not cool. You're taking the shit back. And they did. But I kept waiting, and they didn't have any coming in with the weight that I wanted, tops that I wanted, and then this one popped up, and I was like, holy crap, that is a beautiful top. Hey, yeah, tell me it is. I can tell you that. I know it is. It looks way better in person than it does on pictures and film. A beautiful top, and then I'm surprised that it weighs 10 pounds 9 ounces. Was like, holy crap, man, I'll take it. Now, being that it's ultra modern weight relief, it's got all those weird cuts in it and stuff, it's still solid through here, we're good to go. But I did try a different pickup in the bridge before this Seymour Duncan. I had bare knuckles make me it was a Miracle Man pickup. It was modeled after Zakk Wylde's sound from No Rest for the Wicked, which Zakk Wylde is like my guy, man. That's my main influence. I love the harmonics, but I didn't want to go active in these, especially with EMGs, because at the time I would lose all my push-pull stuff. This I mainly like is because it's my out of phase. I love my out of phase thing. But anyway, when I got that pickup and I put it in, dude, I mean, it just would feed back like crazy. Plugged it in, and with even the amp volume like way down, and as soon as I flip it to the bridge pickup, it's like, oh, not happening. And that was even with the friggin' noise gate on. I was like, okay, this sucks. Well, what I figured out the problem is this guitar resonates a whole hell of a lot different than the other two Gibsons. Because the other two, one's non-weight relief, and the other's just got the 9-hole. And you can hear the difference. Now, obviously, like if we had the same exact model, same exact year sitting here, color and everything, they're going to sound just a tad different anyway. But I mean, it resonated a whole hell of a lot different, to the point where that pickup was unusable in this guitar. It just was I had to send it back, and it sucked. It bummed me out because I really wanted that pickup, and it did sound good, other than, you know, when you stopped playing, it was super screaming feedback. And don't tell me turn the gain down. Screw that. I like my gain. I play high gain, alright? And that's my sound. So it's got to be able to work with that. And I did try that anyway. I threw it on channel 2, which is the lower gain channel on, well, not really a low gain channel on this amp. It's you can't see it, but it's an EVH 5153, which is the 2x12 combo version, and that one actually has more gain than the 50 watt head, and then the 2x12 extension cab. And then I got it running through my EVH 4x12 cab also. The point being, I put it on channel 2, you know, the middle gain channel, rolled it down, and I mean, I put the gain to a point that I would not even use it that way, and it was still feeding back. So that sucked. But that goes to show that the weight relief does make a difference. I heard some people say it made no difference at all. Well, you know what? It friggin' does. So, and then the other thing, I have my son's name etched into it. You know, I paid extra to have that done. Now, I'll give them credit. They were very cool, and even refunded me my money back for the extra etch and stuff. But I did think it was partially the pickup. It just sounded like a pickup you put in a high gain, it wasn't potted. And they didn't want to kind of do anything with that, so I said, screw it, give me my money. Because we can't find them in the States. The Miracle Man pickup is hard to find. And I figured if I was going to order it from them, I might as well get the etching done. Now, I know there's bare knuckle pickups over here, like the Mule and stuff like that. That's not what I was going for. But the other thing is, this is a pretty bright sounding guitar because of the weight relieving, is the natural sound of it. And at first I just swapped out the bridge pickup and figured I could make do with the one that was in the neck, the Only Go 5. No. It was still just too honky. But here's the cool thing. I put this Pearly Gates in here, and like I said, this guitar was really in the high registers, high indie, mid honk. Once I put this pickup in the neck position, the Pearly Gates, it's really kind of turned it into a dark guitar on the neck. You know, you got really good Sabbathy sound right there. And that's full on gain too. That's my channel 3 red channel cranked up gain wise. And if you'd like to know what I'm using to mic everything, nothing. Again, nothing. And but anyway, here's the bridge, the Only Go 8. So we get all of our nice Zachy harmonics out of that, man. Not you, Zach. My cat's named Zach too, and he's looking at me all weird, man. Okay, so what else were we going to get to? Oh, yeah. The reason that I didn't want to get rid of this. So, now we got our out of phase going. And you can just get this, if I can hold on to the pick. I love that tone, man. And it comes from that. So I wired my other guitar that doesn't have an out of phase when I'm in the middle position, just for that, because I use that more in the middle position than anything else. Because my clean sounds, sometimes I'll use in the middle, but for the most part, I'm usually on the neck for a clean. I mean, here's your bridge. Middle. And then neck. Now, we do have the option of coil tapping on this one. They're both tapped now. But there's no boost, so therefore you lose the volume, and I prefer coil splits over taps. That's just me, man. And we got our full, our bypass, the blowout switch, which is right here. And honestly, I really would have rather them have that be like a 15 dB boost, like I have on my classics. So that way, if I'm using the coil splits, coil taps, I can pop that, get my volume back up, and get that nice chimey sound that I have in my other Gibsons. But that's not the case. But the cool thing is I've got it on the neck pickup and the volume all the way up, but you pull out your little blowout switch and you're still push it in. Oh, what happened? What happened? But it bypasses your tone and everything like that, so you're full on. It's supposed to be a full on humbucker sound, but I noticed if I pop it out and do a tap, I can tell a difference between the tap and the humbucker, even with that blowout switch. Yep. So that's not exactly, not exactly right. But again, so we've covered our mods, pickup wise, covered some of the electronics, just the ones I like and ones I care about. If you want to ask me something, just ask me. But yes, I am living by these passive pickups here, this Seymour Duncan Alternative 8. It gives me the nice harmonics I need for my Zach stuff, but it reacts really well, and it doesn't have that harshness of, say, the hot ceramic magnets. And some of the hotter pickups you get, like metal pickups with the ceramic magnets, they've got a scoop mid-range. I prefer to have my mids here, because guitar is a mid-range guitar anyway. I can always back them off on the amp or whatever. But it's got really good definition and it reacts really well. If you put it on like a lower gain setting and you want to roll your volume back just to clean it up, it does that really well. And it's awesome. But I have to say this ultra modern weight relief does have a kind of a different tone to the guitar, just because of the resonance of it, right? Now my classic, which has the 9-hole weight relief, and then my traditional that has none, sound pretty much the same with the resonance part. This one just has this different thing, and it's all good. I like it, other than the fact that I couldn't use the pickup I wanted. And it resonates really well, not even plugged in, just without volume and stuff. But it is a Gibson, and pretty much most of them will do that. What are you doing? Jesus, man, just calm it down. Sorry, my cat here, he Yeah, he has psychotic episodes every now and then. He likes to get his paw wet and run around the house and hurt people. Sorry about that. I did have a slight issue there. But it was cool. It was on the fly. I think there was a couple things in there I could keep. Don't steal them, man. Don't. Stay off Facebook. Here, let me give you some mood lighting for this. I try to stay off Facebook because all the political crap with all the, not talking about the sickness going around. Not the Disturbed song, anyway. I don't want to get into political stuff because then everybody get mad at me and not subscribe to my channel, which you need to subscribe to my channel, Scott Payne, on YouTube. People, listen to me, man. If you're going to back somebody, or if you're going to tear down somebody, right? Let's go with this part. If you're going to tear down a person in politics, right, you better look at the people you're supporting. Because I'm telling you right now, the people you're supporting are doing just as much bad shit or more. So if you're going to post stuff, right, and you're going to tear somebody's person down, you at least need to take the effort and read or watch whatever they post that counters it. Because nothing irritates me more than somebody bringing something up and they don't even bother to check and see if it's real, not real, true, not true, or it even friggin' matters to the situation in hand. You need to pay attention to what the hell you're posting first. And then take the time to actually look at somebody else's response to what you say, especially if they're giving you facts, and they say, hey, here is from this place, which is a fact place, and you can check it with all your other whatever, and give you the resources. Take the freaking time and look at the shit. Because nothing pisses me off more than somebody just posting junk, not even knowing if it's true or not, and then not bothering to look at stuff and tell you that your stuff is a lie. And the only reason that I'm saying that, and I know these people are doing it, is because before I post on something, I try to at least research what's going on to see if the person said this or did this, or if they're placing the blame at the wrong place. Right? That's all I need to say. But I will tell you, there's one person that I dislike, and I think needs to be out, and that is Nancy Pelosi. But, take that with what you will. I'm not trying to tell you that. I don't want to try to change anybody's minds on who they vote for, who they don't vote for, where they stand on what subjects or positions or whatever. Okay? All I'm saying is just please, if you're going to post something, don't look at it, see it on Facebook, and go, well, That's exactly what I thought. He's an asshole or she's an asshole, and click and post it without even reading it or knowing if it's true or not true. Okay? And please, if somebody counters you with something, at least look at it just to make sure they're not a dumbass, or to make sure that maybe you're getting some truth told to you and you need to look at yourself and your person, okay? Stop tearing people down that are passing information. If you're going to post it, know that someone's going to be on the opposite side, and know that some of those people on the opposite side are going to be friggin' idiots. And don't worry about the idiots, worry about what's true. And if you can't take something that is against what you believe in, but it's the truth, then maybe you need to look inside yourself and wonder what the hell's going on with you. Truth is truth, man. Okay? You know, lies aren't going to make you feel better. At this time, with all this stuff we got going on, we don't need to be split in half, man. We need to be together on this. And there are some people high up that are still fighting over stupid crap, and it should not be a fight. It's not. It's not a fight. Right now, we need to work together for our country and for people. And my cat. Cats, I got 3. And my kid, and my girlfriend, and all that stuff. So, in that note, I will let you go. Sorry I got so serious. And I haven't been sleeping much. So, that's why I haven't been quite as goofy. That's also why I've been slightly jittery. Plus, I want to do this bad habit of smoking a cigarette right now. I'm trying to quit. But, you know, it is what it is. Sorry I'm in all weird like this. I'm just trying to keep myself busy here, man. So we'll get on. Maybe I'll do some serious talking, not political, just, you know, talking. And I think that guitar-wise, I thought it was kind of odd. I thought the weight relieving and all that stuff. So yeah, that's the thing. Weight relief. Let's get back to that real quick. Nah. I'll start rambling on. Love you. Give me some suggestions too on stuff. If you make it this far, because I already know that you're probably not going to make it this far, just because some of these videos are long and winded, and then I go off on these weird rants. I do know I need to make them a little shorter. I am trying to work on doing some editing stuff, but I'm strapped for cash at the moment, so I don't have a whole lot of good equipment. I got a freaking laptop and this old camera I'm working with. I mean, look, this is my phone. You see that? That's because I have a phone to make phone calls. I don't need to do all this other crap with it. But anyway, if you've made it this far, awesome. I'm glad you did. Be safe. Take care of each other. Be smart. Okay? Just be smart, be safe, love everybody, man. Just, and stop making everything about race or stuff like that. Jesus Christ. I know he was, you know, people were going off about what they were calling the sickness going on. It's not a race thing, man. Get over it, and that's the other thing. Stop. I don't like all these safe places and therapy llamas, because this is real life. Okay? We got stuff going on, you know what? There's no safe place or therapy llama that's going to help you out of the situation we got going on now. We, people, we need to get out of the situation. Not a safe place and not a therapy llama. Get your shit together, man. Common sense, right? Let's just have that. And with that, common sense tells you, watch all my stuff. Multiple times. Subscribe. Send people. Make them subscribe. And like. Because I'm not going to take kindly to the people that don't like it.